when there is so much information, so much data is available, it's actually the creativity of the marketer that becomes the paramount. The marketer who is supposed to reach to those 95%. Everything in marketing today is driven by data.
Dear esteemed viewers, welcome to another episode of Conversion Conundrum brought to you by Economic Times Brand Equity. To unplug B2B marketing, today we have with us Mr. Sanjay Grover. He is the head of enterprise marketing, India, Middle East and global service provider at Tata Communications. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us here today. I was reading about you and your LinkedIn profile says you are a revenue-driven marketer. I want to understand a little bit about this philosophy and how has it helped you drive your approach in B2B marketing in today's age when ROI remains an issue?
So thanks, Anirban, for having me here. See, there is an old saying in the business which says marketing metrics are vanity and sales numbers are sanity. While I don't agree with it completely, but there can't be a better time than today where it is more contextual. The reality is in B2B technology business, marketing is the new sales. When I say revenue-driven marketing approach, I meant is that marketer needs to go beyond what they have been doing in their classic marketing approach, right?
Correct.
As a marketer, can you identify a new buying persona in the organization which can help you accelerate your buying decision, right?
Correct.
Or can you turn that buying decision into your favor? Is your solution helping in improving the customer experience, right? Or is it helping in faster go-to market for your customer? Can you identify more routes to market without really depending on the current sales team, right?
Correct.
On which is completely owned by marketing? Can you do more with your alliance partners, right? Can you identify a low-touch sales model which is run with the help of SDR and which gets you access to the expanded market, right?
Correct.
As a marketer, when we start thinking like that how I can contribute rather than simply impacting the ongoing buying cycle, that's where I call it a revenue-driven marketing person.
Fantastic. Having led marketing efforts in North America and then to now do it in Middle East and India, I want to understand from you, when it comes to digital transformation, where are we compared to them? Are there similarities and differences in customer experiences as well as the challenges?
See, each market has its own unique characteristics, right? If you look at North America as a market, the digital maturity is quite high. It leads to a very good customer experience for the end consumer, which is ubiquitous in nature.
Yeah.
But there is a big challenge which the market is facing, right? Digital adoption started quite early in a market like North America. So there are a lot of legacy system in play, right? While these organizations are trying to overcome that and trying to build a bridge between legacy system and the new age technologies, there is still a lot of scope of doing modernization.
Yeah.
So it actually presents a unique challenge to the marketing person in terms of, as well as an opportunity as well, right? On one side, talking about the modernization of the legacy system and on the other side, talking about the latest cutting edge technology.
Correct.
And how both these can come together and change the digital landscape of an enterprise.
Correct.
Vis-a-vis in India, the digital adoption is happening at very rapid pace. The best part is it started with government, right? Government itself is driving through Digital India. But the challenge which Indian market is facing, there is still a digital divide,
correct,
right? Urban areas are, in terms of adoptions, are pretty ahead.
Correct.
In rural areas, it is catching up, right? So again, this presents a challenge to the marketer, right? How you bridge the gap when you're talking about or offering your solutions. The other critical market which I worked on was Middle East, right?
Correct.
Now, Middle East is, but again, the government is the biggest spender, right?
Correct.
Be it in terms of smart cities, in terms of retail, in terms of tourism, government is investing heavily.
Correct.
And government is investing in technology also in order to make it as like a premium service. So the behavior of consumer is that they like personalized, they like premium service. And this is what it gives opportunity to marketers to offer a personalized, luxurious service which is secure in nature, right? So that's the nature of the market in the Middle East.
Phenomenal. At the beginning you mentioned about how you target multiple personas. What we read a lot nowadays is data is the new oil in marketing. What I want to understand is how has data helped you, refine your marketing strategies to ensure they're aligned with your revenue goals?
Data is the hygiene for any marketer now, right? Having data to identify the relevant segments where a marketers need to reach out, to do the reach out, that's where it starts with, right? Now within that market, whom to target, which is the channel to be targeting, again data plays a role, right? Whatever the marketing effort as a marketer one is doing, is that really helping the organization, right? Again, which channel is effective, which channel is giving the ROI, right? Again, data plays a role. So data is the foundational block, it's the fundamental. Everything in marketing today is driven by data.
Correct.
And that is the beauty of today's age, is that when there is so much information, so much data is available, it's actually the creativity of the marketer that becomes the paramount, right? That how you use that, and then you run your marketing effort to actually become a big contributor to the business.
Fantastic. Want to understand from you, sir, you mentioned about ABM. What are the strategies that one must follow if they are getting into ABM, and what has been your experiences when it comes to testing success with account-based marketing?
Anirban, ABM has actually evolved in last couple of years with the advent of so many MarTech tools which are around now.
Yeah.
ABM has always been 1:1, focusing on your most potential target accounts an enterprise can focus on. But doing that as a scale, that's what MarTech has enabled, right?
Yeah.
So whether doing a 1:1 ABM on your biggest account, or doing a cluster or a group ABM on a kind of a specific industry, or doing a again cluster or group ABM on a set of personas, or a product benefit that you're trying to drive, right? Suppose you're talking about cost transformation. Can you focus on supply chain, people who manage the supply chain, right? They are the ones who are interested in cost transformation and efficiency. Can you run a ABM focusing on persona? So that's a persona based ABM. And last but not the least, it is if wherever a organization is having a large deals, high value deals going on, can you run pursuit based ABM campaign, right, to influence the buying cycle into your favor?
From automation to AI and analytics, technology is redefining B2B marketing for sure. Do you have certain favorite tools that you see are redefining marketing, and what should actually one marketer be aware of today when they are getting into this technology based marketing?
So MarTech scene has really evolved in last couple of years, right? And with the AI coming into the picture, it is really changing the game for B2B marketers, right? So marketing automation tools like HubSpot, probably the best available tool for inbound marketing, helps in managing the entire journey of a customer coming, whether it is for managing the content, automatically assigning the lead, the entire workflow or journey of a purchase cycle, right? HubSpot plays an important role. Marketo, as again an automation tool with its AI-driven capability, is able to share the relevant content as a response to the communication or the content which is shared with the customer. AI-driven ABM platforms like Sixth Sense or Demand Base, right? They not only get the buying or the intent signal, but they are able to share the relevant content as well. I'm sharing the platforms which I have been working on or I have been interacting with and finding them good, which probably could be relevant for any aspiring marketer. Conversational AI, right, and chatbots, platform like Drift or Intercom. So they actually able to manage the entire journey from somebody who is coming on the website, showing them the relevant content, even scheduling a meeting with them. Intent platform, Zoom Info, right? So they not only provide the intent signal, but they also get what actually customer is looking for going across the web, right? All these tools are pretty prevalent and most of the marketers use them. There's never been a time where such tools are available, and it is so helpful with the help of with the advent of AI.
Fantastic. These platforms must be very happy to hear you as an endorser. But what I would also like to understand from you is, throughout the course of these episodes that we have done, we have understood that B2B marketers find it sometimes struggling to match the short-term lead generation goals versus the brand building approach that you have to follow. Do you see these as competing priorities? And if so, how do you align the two competing priorities of short-term goal of lead gen and long-term brand building approach so that you become the word of mouth?
So there used to be a time in the enterprises, B2B enterprises, there used to be a separate team which was responsible for brand, and then there was a separate team which was responsible for demand gen, right?
Correct.
Over a period, those lines got blurred, right? It's no longer a brand team or a demand gen team. It's actually the B2B marketer. And I don't see any conflict in the two. Demand gen effort is going on for top of the funnel activities, right?
Yes.
It starts with creating awareness about the brand, right? So they all go hand in hand. Use of thought leadership content, use of case studies, use of reference. All this not only results in building a relationship with the target account, but it actually results in enhancing your brand and credibility.
Fantastic. So, as someone who is overseeing, diverse portfolios, and so you were in North America, then Middle East, now India, and global service providers, do you unlearn and learn again when you go to this market? Because you are a global company. How important is it to ensure that you are matching the local nuances?
Oh, this is interesting actually. So, for any global company, the biggest challenge is that in each market the positioning is different, right? In some market, you have to continue to maintain your market leadership or maybe enhance your brand and thought leadership, right? In certain markets, one is challenger, right? The incumbents are there, they are pretty strong, and you have to go and kind of compete with them in the marketplace.
Correct.
In certain markets, there is no identity. You are just trying to set foot in the door, right? So priorities are different, right? However, to meet these priorities, the brand ethos and the core values of brand are to be maintained, irrespective of the region.
Wow.
But there has to be adoption to the local nuances,
Correct.
which can be in terms of adopting the culture, in terms of adopting the language, in terms of adopting what kind of platforms as a marketer you approach, in terms of the kind of influencer or the analyst that you engage with, right? In terms of the call to action as a your marketing campaign give to, it should align with that, right? Building in those regional nuances and managing the overall core value of the brand, I think that's how I manage working in each of the different regions.
Fantastic. I have time for one last question, and I would like you to shed light on what do you think would be the transformative trends coming in which will reshape B2B marketing, and what must therefore a young marketer be prepared for to stay ahead of the curve?
So Anirban, B2B businesses and B2B, more than B2B businesses, it's B2B marketing. It is going through transformation right now. There is something called 95-5 rule. What it means that at any given point of time, only 5% of people are making decision in the market to buy something, right? But 95% will become part of those 5%, right? So it is actually the marketer who is supposed to reach to those 95%. Reality is still majority of effort is still happening on those 5%, right? While actually those 95% are equally important, right? And that is why building a strong brand, focusing on building a strong brand which gets you seat at the table with those 95%. When they are trying to cross over to those 5% is critical. So in terms of trends, we are saying one of the biggest thing which will continue to be, right, which has just started recently, that is building or strengthening B2B brand. In fact, there is some very interesting study which happened recently. Brand Finance Global Brand 500, their brand values of the brand. Now B2B brands contribute almost 50%, which is as good as B2C brands, and this is increasing at the rate of 10% year on year, which is significant, right? So investing in brand, building a brand continues to remain the paramount. The other thing which I'll not say trend, but which is very significant for marketers in the time to come. Now when AI and automation is everywhere, right? Everything that we do, we should not get lost in human and machine interaction, right?
Wow.
While automation will do a lot of things, marketing end of the day is between people, right? It's human to human. So we should not lose that personal touch with our clients while automation is doing things. So we need to maintain on that.
The key takeaway from this session is that in the ocean of data, it is the islands of creativity that remains crucial for the marketer. Mr. Sanjay Grover, Unplugged B2B Marketing for you today. And with this, we come to the end of Season 2 of Conversions Conundrums. We started with Google, we are ending with Tata Communications, and throughout these episodes, we tried to meaningfully unplug and debug the myths in B2B marketing. Thank you very much. Stay tuned as we come back with season 3 of this show.